guys know how Noble Horizon has scammed a lot of people, but even so, a lot of VTubers have not had their figurines produced. They've been given false promises. They've had multiple launch with VTubers where they promised them figurines, and yet they knew that they had over a year's backlog of other VTuber campaigns that they needed to fulfill still. They were super, super behind on their production, and people are speculating that they basically, would take the money from the new pre-orders to pay back some productions from old ones, and then they would cherry pick a handful of people that did receive their figurine as proof that like they did deliver. But now there's so much more that's been happening throughout all of this. The general vibe that all of the VTubers were saying was that, this is really unfortunate. I'm disappointed. I'm devastated, but they're such nice people. They're very nice. They're very sweet, and they're not evil, and I wish them no harm. Grimmi especially was a big defender of Novel Horizon. Novel Horizon is like in her chat very, very, very often. So they had kind of like close ties with her. Aside from that, Grimmi's old agency MSM was owned by a guy named Seth, and there's very, very strong reasons to believe that Seth is also closely involved with Novel Horizon, but I'll speak more on it later. Yeah, basically the message was they scam me, but they were so polite about it. However, yesterday, things started to take a massive U-turn. First of all, we had basically their biggest, defender, Grimmi, who did a 180 on her position. Before that, so Grimmi is one of the person who got the most massively effed over by this company. She was launching a silver coin with them. They did not do their job properly and lock in the price of silver when they got the pre-orders. So after that, what happened? The price of silver went up, and then they couldn't fulfill their orders anymore. And now the company just declared bankrupt. So Grimmi is stuck with all of these unfulfilled order and no silver to show for and no money. So she's refunding everybody out of her own pocket. It's a massive headache. And she claims that it's going to be about like the down payment on a house. So tens of thousands of dollars, if not like 100,000. It was a lot of money put into that. And yet she didn't want to give them too much criticism. But yesterday at August 10th at 9:10 a.m., so fairly early, she tweeted, "I tried to be understanding to others people's feelings and experiences, but it's absurd how often people throw you under the bus and how much they do to you if they know you're unlikely to fight back if you have good intentions or feelings towards them. I stand by the timeline and what happened, but I'm taking down the posts that say Noble Horizon and staff were remorseful and sympathetic to who they stole from, because I no longer believe that." And notice the wording here, who they stole from. It's no longer a silly little mistake, some mismanagement, but with good intention. They bit more than they could handle, but they did so much to the community. None of that. They're not remorseful from who they stole from. Some people, they are cool and you should not harass anyone, but tired of dishonest people. Previous stream, we went through one guy that worked at the warehouse. Super nice guy, super nice staff. He basically worked for free even after he got fired. And he's like working night and day. He even did a tweet like asking, "I'm near the warehouse. If any VTuber need me to pick up some merch for them or some of their figurines, let me know." Still then, after the company declared bankrupt and is a sinking ship, he's still trying to help VTubers for the love of the game. So obviously some staff were cool, but who we believe is not cool is management. And my Discord, because they're cracked, they sleuthed together very strong causal chain between a bunch of companies that have scammed VTubers spanning from years ago. So we're going to go through all that, and all of these people are linked together, and everything they do, they try to scam VTubers in the first company. The VTubers do not blacklist them. or do not call them out enough, they declare bankrupt, they move on to another project, scam somebody else, they move on to another company, they scam somebody else. Like, at this point, I'm tired of everybody that's like walking on eggshells, refusing to call out people. I don't know why the big VTubers are not saying anything, but I think this deserves to be called out, and there deserves to be some accountability there. So Grimmi Ad's going to try to find some way to hold Novel Horizon accountable financially somehow through legal action if needed, even if there's nothing to obtain instead of paying back their debt myself, when it's, from what I understand, unappreciated within and many people were taking advantage of. Wow, so they're not even grateful for her to pay back their debt? I wonder what happened. And I'm glad she's going to take legal action. Her chat was like asking her to take legal action and she wouldn't do it because they have no money, so we don't even know if it's worth it. Separately, 2 days ago, and we covered that on stream, there was a few like troubling tweets coming out of Jowol, Porcelain Maid. First of all, he tweeted, $40,000 was stolen from me, causing me to shut myself into my house again and overwork like crazy all year from the start. This has been a truck to the gut and nothing feels like it's going my way. Debuts, friends, events, etc. Universe, just throw me a bone, please. And then he says, you would think the extra work would be beneficial, maybe more money or more viewers. Friend jump out to prop me up at my low, but no. It's all just been keeping me at the same level, as if this year was a pit and everything I'm doing extra just to stop me from falling in. I don't even like to focus on the negative, but just allow me this one to get it out of my system. I've been dealing with this for a while now. And then the second tweet that he did follow in this, saying, I'm no longer represented by Kinetic Fusion and have been operating myself for a while now. For business, please reach out to business@porcelainmaid.com. Tweets about Kinetic right after doing this call out post. People are like, it's probably about Kinetic, even though he doesn't state them directly in correlation to that. But it's not confirmed. And then we have a vague post about Jowol's stolen problem. He's under NDA, so he can't name them, but she's not.
Going to read out his tweet because this is some shit that's been bothering me for a hot minute, and I have reference to this because I am not under any NDAs or with any particular companies or anything like that relating to this stuff, because I know it's not just him. There's several other people that have been in a bad situation, and that's when you've heard me talking about some of this stuff in the past couple of months. I was alluding to this stuff, not necessarily from him, but just from like a lot of people in general. Yeah, TLDR, I'm not going to give away like any detail that he doesn't say himself on stream or anything like that, but TLDR, yeah. Is that when you pointed out somebody was streaming a lot recently? Yeah. Yep. Imagine owing people, several people, not just him, many people, upwards of that much, maybe more for some, maybe a little less for some. Imagine owing people that much and then ghosting all of them, giving excuses. Oh, I gotta wash my cat. I gotta feed my house. Can't do it. And then what do you spend your time doing? Streaming. Why? Because you have to make up the money you potentially maybe already spent or something to pay them? I wonder why. Yeah, it's a crazy amount too. And for someone like him, you know, he's not the biggest streamer who makes that amount of money super easily. That's not an amount that he could sneeze out and be like, oh, that stinks. I'll just take the loss. No. That puts him in a bad situation and he needs that. No, Sakura, he does not owe anyone. He's the one who is owed money. To clarify, yeah. No, I'm not saying it like that at all. He is owed money. And it's just... And he's one of many. There's a lot more I could say, but I'm not going to. Because I don't want to... If you ever hear me specifically not speak on a thing or on parts of a thing, it's usually related to the legal ramifications, me not wanting to get in the way of something legally that might be happening on the back end, whether it's my own situation or someone else's, you know? But yeah, that's the big drama, though, honestly, of the days is that. And I would encourage you guys to all support him. And if anyone else mentions it, if anyone else brings up that they also are having a similar or said issue, yeah, do support them, because, I mean, I hope things work out. I just don't know what recourse they truly have. It fucking sucks. That's why I was, like, angrily alluding to it months ago. If any of you remember. I was just like, fuck. You know, because I had, like, several different people say something about it privately. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I was like, shit. So I was like, fuck it. I'll complain.
I mean, somebody needs to. So that kind of set us off because based on the information that we had at this point, it's like almost sure that she's talking about Kinetic. And then the Discord started like putting things together. So, who is behind Kinetic? There's this woman called Andra XC. So, Kendra, what's really interesting about her is that prior to being in Kinetic Fusion, guess which company she was COO from? She was COO of MSM, the same corpo that Seth ran. The same corpo that was not legally a real corporation that lost almost all of their roster overnight when it was found out. The same corpo that basically scammed Grimmi because of her hot sauce. So this was her post stepping down from MSM back then. She says, "Today I'm stepping down as CEO of MSM." This was in 2024. She says, "Today I'm stepping down as CEO of MSM. As many of you know, I've been intensely focused on Kinetic Fusion, events, and other production, and I'm elated to be able to put even more of my time and heart into every part of them. My door is always open to the phenomenon talented people I have had the pleasure of working and bonding with during my time here. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you ever need anything from me. I will be streaming sometime in the near future to discuss what's to come in this new phase." So she is a streamer. So that makes sense what Geega said then. And then there was Grimmi who responded to this saying, "You're a wonderful person and I'll be supporting you wherever you find yourself in life, wishing you all the happiness in the world. As you're so wonderful as well, I'm looking forward to knowing you in whatever part of our lives we end up with." So she also posted this on her Instagram, got 4.4k likes, and she stepped down from leadership due to ongoing alleged, I'm gonna say alleged here, could be true or it could be the elephant strat. "I'm stepping down from the leadership of Kinetic for the time being due to several medical issues that are going to, at best, leave me minimally functional as I undergo multiple surgeries and hopeful recovery. For the past year, I've been in and out of hospitals and doctors' offices while still trying to do as much work as I can, but in the past few months, I've rapidly declined and it's become unbearable and impossible to continue. I don't know what the future looks like for me right now, but I do know that Kinetic will be in the best hands while I try to make it through this situation. For inquiries, please reach out to Jeremy, Autumn, or through our site." This was at the beginning of the year, so very recently. And then, she's connected. She even had Cinder post about her because she made a GoFundMe. On top of everything, the plot thickens because she made a GoFundMe to help her pay for an ongoing medical treatment. And she's been apparently very kind and supportive of Cinder for a long time. So Cinder rallied her own community to, support the GoFundMe. And Cinder's community is very generous. Yes, that is true, and that needs to be mentioned. Like, I can't believe that she had medical issues, but as you'll see as we get through the timeline, there's also very strong suspicion that she is using those said medical reasons to avoid accountability and to weaponize to fight back or placate people that are asking her questions that she doesn't want to answer. So Cinder tweets, "Listen up, Pyropups, I have an important request. My friend Andra isn't doing very well and has a GoFundMe up for her ongoing medical treatment. She's been extremely kind and supportive towards me for a long time. It'd mean a lot to me if the Pyropups could all support her too. If you're planning to sub or cheer during my stream this week, please put it towards this instead. This is the only case where the Cinder tax is real, okay? Thank you all so much." So, I mean, quite generous from Cinder here. And this is her GoFundMe. And she's raised 6.2k out of 30k. Like, somebody donated like 2k, 1k, $500. However, a few weeks after her departure, she vague posted about some creators being very cruel to her. I legally can't give information on the situation, and I wouldn't anyway, since it's not worth risking people's safety for what amounts to me being minimally responsive while being too ill to move. I will say I'm unsurprised, and while a few creators are genuinely lovely people, the mind-blowing cruelty, callousness, and short-sighted behavior from certain individuals trapped in their microcosm is completely aligned with what I've seen over and over again in entertainment, and especially the VTubing space. Absolutely mind-boggling How shameless. How shameless you have to be to tweet that. I'm not going to Google Docky, and on my last act be defending myself against people devoid of empathy that don't even know how fractions and percentages work. If you're new here, hi, I'm Andrew. I'm going to continue posting as usual when I'm upright, regardless of what happens next. And while I know the court of public opinion is entertaining, it is almost always inaccurate and sensational. Love you guys until next time. In June, Bao alleges 3 things: that Noble Horizon failed to produce pre-orders for her figurines. We've seen all of that in the past few streams, so this is like a TLDR. Seth and other individuals keep scamming the shit out of people, and those victims stay silent. And Endra and Kinetic Fusion are ghosting her and withholding several $1000s for past events they helped set up. So there was some very well sourced 4chan posts that were being discussed, and like 4chan has sometimes like posts that are like devoid of bias and that are really well sourced, and this is one of them. It's just like completely informational, which is why we added it to the dump. So apparently the company that person Andra worked at, Kinetic Fusion, has been withholding thousands of dollars in payment from events that Andra assisted with coordinating from as far back as November 2025. And then Bao said during the recent stream that Kinetic Fusion quotes her the amount that it cost to set up the venue and pay the staff. Bao even said that if they had asked upfront for more money, that Bao would have probably just given it to them because she never expected to make much of a profit off the concert anyway. But if it's still true that Kinetic Fusion is able to organize things without paying for the venue or the equipment, then they might have been fleecing Bao on that front too. Apparently, Numi's new talent agency, Kinetic Fusion, isn't paying anything for any of their IRL events. They're all just being given the space and equipment to use free because of nepotism. So people are asking, if the venue had no overhead for these events, how are you fucking up this bad? And how is Bao out a couple grands? So let's watch this Bao clip where she talks about it.
Oh,
Sorry, someone fucking pissed me off.
I swear! I just wanted to get my wand wet. I haven't felt the touch of a wedge
I'm
in
done
ages.
going
I was,
off,
I was
though.
lonely, okay? I was weak. What do you want me to say?
What's up? Oh, you know. just asking people where my money is all the time.
Oblivious? That's
Oh, you know, just asking people where my money is all the time. That's crazy.
right, asshole. He admitted it.
Listen through the glory portal. Good
She's reacting to a video that's pretty loud right now, but she's like gonna start talking about it.
bye, Kinetic Fusion.
Oh,
I'm not getting my 2K, but I sure as hell I'm gonna make a big stink about it.
No freaking way!
Good, make the stink.
Oh,
These
what the
motherfuckers
shit?
sure love tweeting. Sure
Next
love
time,
tweeting
don't
and
get
not
this
replying to
dildo.
DMs.
No way! She's so base for this. These motherfuckers sure love tweeting, but not reply to DMs. Can't believe we missed that. That wasn't on our radar back then.
This was all just a prank.
Yep, yeah.
So none of it was real.
Oh no, this was all very real.
We're definitely going to Prism.
What?
Good, get their asses. I'm fucking saying, bro. I literally was like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let me scroll up. I'm fucking pissed. Why does everybody fucking move like this? Like, genuinely, listen, if you need the money, then, you know, clearly you need it more than me. Cause I haven't seen that since, I'm thinking never, you know? Bow don't show receipts. Why the fuck not? And why the fuck shouldn't I? And why the fuck shouldn't I?
Yes, air everything
Did
out,
Bao
Bao.
get scammed again? It's not as much as it could be. I had Kinetic Fusion produce my concerts, and I knew I wasn't going to make anything back because production costs of concerts are really fucking high. You know, renting out the venue, paying every single staff member, it's fine. Listen, I knew we weren't going to make much, and or if we were going to make it, but these guys have literally ghosted me ever since. Like, why even go through the trouble of giving me the financial breakdown of the costs of the concert if I'm not even going to fucking see it, you know? Like, let's just say, like, let's just say we had like a conversation about this. 2K does not hurt me as a streamer of my size, and that is because I am extremely fortunate enough to where like a dip like that wouldn't fuck up my career, right? So why don't we just have a genuine fucking conversation about that instead of fucking ignoring me and making me like ping every month, like, hey guys, any updates on this? Hey guys, I'm talking to a fucking wall. Hey guys, like genuinely, like if you and whoever else needed to be paid more, absolutely have that conversation with me. But the thing is,
Yeah, their new car needed to be paid immediately. It was very urgent.
there was no conversation. It was just straight up ghost. Like, you already went through the trouble of making the concert happen, and it went great. That's the thing. Like, I'm so shocked by this behavior that, like, I don't know what to say. It's like these. Thank you for the prime. It's okay. You know, like, genuinely, if there was a future, if there was a future where people could, like, I don't know, just be honest to me and tell me what the fuck is going on instead of like keeping me in the dark for fucking ever. I think that's the worst, okay? Because now, like, I'm gonna question everybody's integrity and I will probably never work with you ever again. And then I'm like, hey guys, I see you guys active on social media. Why can't you at least like say something about this? And then Endra hits me with the tweet about like, I asked, hey, how are y'all still like active on social media and straight up ignoring me? I've been asking for my money since November 2026 or 2025. And then Endra's like, are you talking about the tweet about my mom dying or the one about me being in the hospital? I'm not even on, so listen, I literally have no fucking clue what's going on with you. I just know that I asked my staff and was like, yeah, they're still active on social media. Why can't you reply to me then? Oh my God, do not guilt trip me for asking me where my money is, okay? The same way you don't know what's going on in my life, like why should I know what's going on in your life? Especially if you don't tell me anything. That is genuinely so, like, how, like, framing me asking for where my money is and asking why you're ignoring me as like totally like ignoring your like situation with your family, like as if I knew something awful had happened to you. What in the world? What in the absolute world? Over 2K, like, you know.
Bro, I'm sorry. But business is business. No, that's not the quote. Sorry. It's just business. I mean, personal stuff, even if your dog is dying, you lost your grandma, okay. Maybe there's going to be a few delays and a few gaps in communication. Bills needs to get paid, even if you don't, like, it's not because you don't want to pay back your bills that the bill isn't even due, even overdue. And you know, they say that, what's the proverb, chap? That like good balance makes good friends. When you start fucking with other people's wallet, of course they're not gonna be nice to you.
Guys, just, you know.
True.
Be careful who you work with. Kinetic Fusion is one of them. Maybe stay safe.
Honestly, at this point, is everybody just fucking like scammers in the VTubing community? There's really only a few handful of companies that are trustworthy.
Genuinely, I could not, like, you cannot just frame me as like an evil, horrible person for asking me where my money is. She said, are you talking about the tweet about my mom dying or the one about me being in the hospital? Because I asked you where is my money? Brother. Canceled again for not falling for guilt tripping. I'm fucking saying. And then she left the group chat.
Then she left the group chat?
And then she left the group chat. Crazy. 2K, I don't care.
Nah, dude, you gotta, yeah, no, you're right, chat. You gotta go like full like mafia on them. Like, oh, your grandmother's sick. Oh, your house is getting mortgaged. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, pay me. Yeah, this industry is easy picking.
Literally, I have been scammed for so much more than that. Be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real. Are we genuinely are there like no good like VTuber companies ever? Like can you just like not work with like anyone these days?
Yeah. So was that tweet was vague tweeting Bao. Imagine the audacity and the lack of self-awareness of tweeting that. I will say I'm unsurprised, and while a few creators are genuinely lovely people, the mind-blowing cruelty, callousness, and short-sighted behavior from certain individuals trapped in their microcosmos is completely aligned with what I've seen over and over again in entertainment and especially the VTubing space. Well, isn't that ironic, Andra?
Motherfuckers never answer their orb anymore. Yeah. Yeah. I swear to God, like I've only ever had a good experience with gamer subs. Genuinely. It has been such a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Gamer subs good, market's good. There's been delays, of course, with shipments. The pre-orders take time, but that's like normal, right? There's nothing like, and it's all automatic. So it's not like they can take some money or anything. Like everything is transparent. Whenever somebody, like you have your dashboard, whenever somebody makes a purchase, you see the full amount of what they're purchased, you see your cut, and you see when's your next payment. And it's like every month, it just happens automatically. There's not somebody else that's going to put their fingers on it. It doesn't go to them and then to you. It just goes directly to both of you.
To like go through business and just like having people, like, oh my God, like, bro, you did like 90% of the work. All you have to do is either pay me out or at least have a conversation about it. If you talk to me and was like, yeah, I'll pay you $5 a month for the next 10 years and you can have your money back. Like, I would not even accept that. I'm like, you know what? Like, you clearly need the money more than me. Just fucking keep it. But like, don't fucking ghost me. Is Kinetic Fusion just Endra? Surely there was someone else unstaffed who could talk to you if she was going through stuff. They're all ghosting me.
Oh.
Her, Austin. It's those two that I only have contact with. Like, genuinely. Please, guys. Please don't fuck with me. I literally have the biggest fucking mouth in the entire community. I will literally not shut the fuck up. I think we should all fucking know that by now. Like, do not fucking fuck with me.
Pop off. Who is Austin? It's one of the employees, no? I thought he was listed on the LinkedIn. I saw his name mentioned somewhere else. Oh, YouTube. Surprising downside is delivery period. Yeah, I mean, plushies take time. Oh, Makeship. Makeship has usually delivered. Like, they're not taking people's money. But YouTubes didn't want to. They don't want to work with like what they call newstubers. I don't consider myself a newstuber, or commentary. But I'm working on my own plush with another company right now. I mean, a little bit of this happens in the real world. I've already told a story about a company that I worked with for a week. I advanced for them like $450 and they went bankrupt. And it's a big clothing chain. And you know what? Months later, they were back up and running. They had billboards. But I didn't get my money.
Imagine burning bridges for 1K each, fucking goofy asses. I'm literally saying. It's not even about the money. It's literally like, just tell me. Oh my God, just literally tell me, bro. Like, how can I fix my situation if I don't even know the situation?
Oh, it was on the LinkedIn. Thank you for confirming. Oh, also I made it. I don't know if I made it sound like YouTubers didn't want to work with me on regards to the type of content I do. No, it wasn't that at all. It was just like, our fan bases are not parasocial enough to sell plushies. It was more like that. I'd rather been told no and then like being said yes and then like not delivering because there's not enough sales or some shit. Like an upfront no, I'm not gonna take it badly. That's fine.
Like, imagine I was a small ass fucking VTuber. These guys just hosted me. Let's say I didn't make any fucking money. Let's say I didn't make any fucking money. Let's say I was in fucking debt. Then what? Also, while we're at it, let's talk about Novel Horizons. Guys, it's been like years and my figures are still lost. And I asked them for receipts and they sent me the most passive aggressive message of all fucking time. I was like, hey, are you guys fulfilling yet? I feel like every time I talk to you guys give me like a newsletter saying, yeah, something happened. We're gonna have to delay fulfillment. And apparently all of my figures are done, right? And a bunch of Babble Buddies are out like $500. I'm super lucky I didn't get scammed this time. I got my money.
$500?
From them? Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Thank God I got my fucking money from them. But what I worry about is you guys just never fucking getting your product. Also, it's been years. It's been literally years. Guys, where is it?
What did we learn? Stick with established legitimate companies. Yeah, but Novel Horizons seemed legitimate. Like MSM, for example, they had all the big VTubers too. They had Vienna, they had I think they had Sayu, like they had a bunch of big Twitch indies. They had Grimmi, like, dude, if you see a VTuber agency with all those big names, don't you think it's legitimate? I mean, same like Vshoujo, we thought it was legitimate. The talents were hard defending it until like, oh, you pull back the curtain and it's another reality completely.
Guys, where is it? I was like, can I get receipts? Can I please have proof of fulfillment? And they're like, actually, a lot of people are posting about your figure, and you know, we're starting to ship them out, and they're posting about it. I was like, where? I see 2 people. I had my Babble Buddies go into their server, and they were like, oh, I see 2 people posting about it. And I was like, okay, awesome. Anyone else? Okay, all right, awesome. Just those 2 people from your server. Interesting. Like, are these actual customers? You know, are these just people posting pictures pretending that they're getting fulfillment? And so I asked them, I was like, hey, can I please get me and my agency, we were like, yo, can we please get proof of fulfillment? Like, can we see like the order numbers and shit? Like, let's see these fulfillments you're saying that have already rolled out. And they're like, oh, you know, that would be actually a breach of, that would literally be a breach of privacy. They said that it would raise several privacy slash data leaking concerns, especially here in the US. Guys, are we for real?
She is learning.
Guys, are we for real? Listen,
But is this true, chat? I guess because like the client's address would be in it? But can't they just like bar them out?
We're in the US. Guys, are we for real? Guys, are we for real? Listen, if you say my community is gonna get their figures by mid/late June, and I see another newsletter with an update on where my figures are and that the warehouse exploded or something again, like, please, just give them, I don't know, give them credit or something, okay?
Yeah, we need the goonstigators on this.
It's so, oh my god, bro, please, for the love of God, please, like I don't know how much of a red flag it is to have, like, I think they're selling like gold infused cards now. Like, if that's not like a company death flag to you, I don't know what is.
Wait, what's gold infused card? What does that mean? A company death flag, bro. She called it.
How much of a red flag it is to have, like, I think they're selling like gold infused cards now. Like, if that's not like a company death flag to you, I don't know what is. They've been nonstop making excuses for figures for years now, and I feel like they monopolize the fact that like VTuber companies don't make figures. They're like kind of that's like their big magnum opus. Like, they're the only ones that can make it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, where are they? Multiple people have like asked for their figures. Where are they? Thank fuck I got my money back. Thank fuck I'm only 2K out and not from them. Like, I'd be so much more out if they did not give me my money.
I can't believe all of this happened in June. She called that Noble Horizon all the way back in June. And we're just like heard about it now. I mean, at least we found it now, better late than ever, but she was the only one brave enough to speak out. All of these other VTubers, they kind of knew there were troubles. I bet all the other VTubers had big delays with figurines. And yeah.
So like, how hard could it be? How hard could it be? How hard could it be if apparently you already have the figures and you just need to ship them out?
I would be like, if I was a large VTuber that had money, I'd be like, I'm going to send a Rima Evenstar representative to go check out the product at your manufacturer or some shit. You know, sometimes when you have somebody in place, this often happens with freelancers and online work. When you have somebody like in place, that really makes them work faster. Like you put the pressure on.
I lost more millions than they'll ever make. Nah. I'm genuinely doing great. However, I'm so sick of like genuinely I feel like I'm always gonna be a loose cannon, okay? Like I can't shut the fuck up. I cannot shut the fuck up. Like genuinely, like when you fuck with people and their jobs, and then like, you know, we're all supposed to like pretend it's not happening and make it like a big secret because like we don't want our names plastered everywhere, blah 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 blah. Like, okay, great. Now you're protecting these companies into just continuing to do the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, fucking long I've seen like pre-order after, oh my god, like this new VTuber is getting a figure done with them. Pre-order hell, pre-order hell, pre-order hell. They're obviously playing like leapfrog, where they can't fulfill these sets of orders and they can't like create the amount of like figures needed to fulfill whoever like they finish pre-orders for. Instead,
I feel like they didn't want to have their name plastered in YouTube videos, but from the very start, Bao is one of the only large VTubers that supported people that made content like I am. I remember she commented on Rev Says Desu's video. She would comment on my videos. She would, she would interact with us. She didn't like try to segregate us like we were like weirdos or something like some other talents did. And like she understood how important it was part of the ecosystem from the very beginning, and how enabling the culture of staying silent on scammers really has deep repercussions. There are so many people that watch my videos, creators, VTubers, other victims that are like, holy shit, I had this experience with this person and I didn't know, or I was about to commission this artist and then I saw your video and I'm so glad I did. But the problem is that whenever you do a call out post, whenever you put something out there in the universe, it's gonna take a shape of its own, and you never really know which way the wind's gonna blow. So being the whistleblower on certain situations can be really risky. And I believe that's why a lot of VTubers, they don't want to take the risk to speak out first. That's why it's so much easier. That's why when you see one big cut post go viral, then all the other people come out after, because now they feel like safe enough to do so. But nobody wants to be the one that starts.
they open pre-orders to get that money to make the amount necessary for production. And I've been so chill about it, bro. Genuinely, like people only see me crashing out because like I'm at my fucking like breaking point, but you do not see how fucking chill I've been with these people for so fucking long, giving them so much fucking grace, and then they turn around and act like I'm fucking stupid and I don't see what they're doing. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know. Like genuinely, like why do we do this? Why do we pretend like everything's okay and that's, you know, these companies can just move the way they always moved, and these motherfuckers will be at every fucking convention, bro. You'll go to like you'll go to Anime Expo, you'll go to WeebCon, you'll go to IRL Offkai, whatever the fuck. These motherfuckers will be there every single time boothing. If you have the fucking money to booth at conventions and sell shit, like what guys am I supposed to like close my eyes and pretend I don't see you guys like hustling? Right? Why open a new business venture if you haven't even fulfilled the one you started with?
True. Because they needed money probably to pay
No, it's not possible. People, and that's the worst part. I'll talk about this shit and then everybody's a lawyer all of a sudden. Everyone went to law school. Everyone's an economist. Everyone knows everything about capitalism. Y'all, no one gets their fucking money back, ever. Are you fucking for real right now? No one ever gets their fucking money back, ever, okay? It's gone. Once someone use up that money, that shit's gone, okay? Where am I gonna get my money back from, right?
Yeah.
That shit gone.
Sometimes calling out can lead to career annihilation or even mental ruin. The thing is, there's always going to be splash damage. You're never gonna have 100% public opinion behind you on anything. Even if you are 100% truthful, even if you got all the facts behind you, even if you show receipts, there's always going to be people that are gonna be doubters, that are gonna be skeptical, that are going to roast you, that say you are like a drama queen, that says you shouldn't have said something and you're being privileged because you're a content creator and you have money, or people are gonna defend the other side. That always happens. That can lead to certain amount of harassment to varying degrees. And as you'll see later, I mean, just like she's going to tweet about this, right? Calling out the situation, and it's going to produce a snowball effect where other people are going to come out. But you can see the QRTs that she's getting a lot of hate for it still. So, I mean, in a way, I do think that it's a strength of character to be able to speak up, especially Bao, knowing that she will get negative feedback from it. Meanwhile, a lot of other people weren't saying anything. They could have said something much earlier and saved people a lot of money and maybe stopped a lot of hurt from happening.
They used it. They gambled it. They probably, like, I don't know, went to Mexico, got a BBL. I don't know. So how the fuck am I gonna sue someone who don't got money? Okay?
Yeah.
Best I can do is like report them to the state. Like, hey, these guys committing fraud. That's it. That's it. And then it's
Yeah.
up to the state. Guys, I've played these games before. Please give me just if you say you have my fucking anime figures, ship them out. All right?
Yeah, but what about a class action
don't-
lawsuit? And also, like, the problem is, even if she did that, like, she got her money back. Her fans didn't get their money back. She wants to get it back for her fans. Her doing the class action lawsuit would be like to hold them accountable, but it wouldn't fix the issues, I guess. Sorry, did I say class action? I don't. I was because I'm thinking every time something like this happens, couldn't they just band together and all sue them at the same time? Would it like spread the financial strain, or does everybody need to pay for a full lawsuit individually and it doesn't like they don't share the cost? That's what I'm wondering. Like, can one lawyer represent a group of people?
So annoying. Like pretending that like these people pretending that they're the victims in all of this, and that they're like, oh, my suffering small business, my suffering small business that I can't get off the ground, and it's been so hard, and like I just ask so kindly for your patience and your understanding. Okay, all right. Why everybody got the same fucking script, bro? Why does everybody have the same script? Like, am I missing something? Is there like a Ponzi pyramid scheme that we're just all like secretly involved in? And like, is this like a chat GPT psychosis type shit where everybody just like, you know, like talks to them and like, oh God, like how do I get them this time? How do I talk my way out of this? Oh, yes, that's right. I'll tell them it's not good to send private information about.
Oh yeah, and then her stream cuts off. I remember now. Yeah, her stream cuts off there. Dude, she was just getting heated. She was just getting started. Yeah, it is a PR damage control script. I believe so too, Angel. They silenced her. The Illuminati is behind it all. That was incredible. Yeah, they got her. They got her for speaking out. So these are the events Kinetic Fusion worked with Bao on last year. There was this concert. That was Emo Golf Party concert. VIPs are sold out, but GA is still available. And these were the Bao tickets. And then there was an event from November 2025 that Andra tweeted about. Super proud of Bao and the Kinetic Fusion staff that facilitated putting another awesome concert together. See you there. Then another concert in July 2025. Bao, Numi, and Office drummer and Hami Fukuro are doing this concert, and it was organized by Kinetic Fusion. So they're being tagged here, and Kinetic Fusion for 3 amazing concerts. Each of them had their own special vibes and was wonderful to attend. This proved that they did organize these concerts. Could be any of these projects, maybe all. And then Bao tweeted Jowol's tweet about losing $40,000. This is an insane amount of money. If you can, please give Jowol lots of love and support during this time. Fuck Endra, EX3, and fuck Kinetic Fusion. We don't tolerate or protect scammers here. Let's fucking go, Bao. Yes. I love that energy. Based Bao. And yeah, $40,000. 40,000 from what? Is this sponsors? Is this revenue? And then Bao tweeted, and that set off a chain of event. Andra EX3, owner of Kinetic Fusion, also stole $2,268 of my concert revenue from 2025. Scummy people. It's obviously nothing compared to Jowol's whopping $40,000, but I truly hope the community comes together to help this incredible content creator out of such a terrible situation. Yeah, I think the community should take back the 6K in Kendra's Andra GoFundMe and put it in Jowol's GoFundMe. So, MSM, fake company that every VTuber left, was run by Seth. The COO of MSM was Andra, who then started Kinetic. And Kinetic scammed Jowol of $40,000 and perhaps some other VTubers. Now how they're connected to Novel Horizon is because we believe that Seth is closely connected to Novel Horizon. There's been a lot of people alleging that he is married to the CEO of Novel Horizon. And I don't know if it's like in a figurative way or like actually married, but this was a clip from Grimmi stream that's been circulating online where she mentions them being married and wed to each other, and that was cut off from a VOD too.
What about the price of silver? Novel? Novel, has the mint gotten back to you? Novel? Novel, are you talking to the mint? Novel? 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 Those metal cards are really cool, but Novel, how's the silver production been going? Novel? Novel? Music changed. Novel? So there's a funny thing called a silver shortage. Oh no. Well, everyone, I'm here to announce that the Grimmi coin pre-order is being pushed back a little bit. Just a little bit. Just give it an extra month or two. You will still be getting your silver, but I'm just announcing right here, right now, it will be pushed back a teeny tiny bit. Oh crap. Worst case, I can melt my silver. Don't melt your silver! No! No, 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 no! I have more than enough, Wheeze! No! Wait, that's a lot though. No! Although it would be cool if you made what's it called? Like one of those things, not a distillery, the forge. A forge! A forge! If you made a forge, that would be crazy, dude. That would be crazy. I was talking to your husband. I was talking to Seth. Never mind.
Oh.
Are you guys talking about that lately? I think you are.
Well.
You are though, but maybe not with streamers. But you.
Yeah, so this is where the married claims come from. It's unsure whether he's married to the person that runs the Novel Horizon account or how does it work. But I've also been told by another separate source who wasn't even aware of all of this going on because I asked them some questions, but they wish to remain anonymous, that apparently he joined NH under an alias. So that remains to be seen or confirmed, but I'm sure the truth will come out at some point. And also, where's Mythic Yas? Tweet other. This is Andra stating she is stepping down from MSN back in 2024. Second image is a screenshot of an old video by False ID showing Novel Horizon CEO Jonathan Solis and Seth as business partner for a coffee company. He has also mentioned Seth and Jonathan has ties. This is both of their name on the coffee company. Wow, I can't speak right now. So yeah, they're buddies. Seth has been documented admitting that he's a sociopath that gets off of the idea of destroying people's lives. None of this surprises me except that they are still willing to work with these monsters. I'm curious what this person is talking about. Where has he admitted that? So back to the timeline. Now this is Squ Chan explaining her unfortunate situation with Novel Horizon and how they also scammed her.
You want story time? I can give you story time. I know this person. You know it's gonna start so good when the clip starts with, oh, you want story time? I'm gonna give you guys a story time. So this guy, I don't know, am I allowed to say his name? It's public. We will call him Mr. Solis, right? His name is over there. So he's the person behind Novel Horizons, right? It's whatever. So they have this whole Novel Horizon, but they have had a previous name before. They had like a different company and they have been working with different projects before.
Mr. Jonathan Solis.
And it was like the whole visual novel business. That's where they started. Like they were like telling like stories, they were making visual novels, and then they started to make like the whole sculpture thing. And before they started the whole sculpture things, I almost worked with one of the guys, right? And it was fine-ish, except like I was supposed to be an artist and I sketched up multiple things. I have sketched up, I think, 2 pairs of Dakimakuras, 4 sides of it, plus multiple designs. And every time I was asking about the payment,
4 sides
the
of
conversation always sort of
4 sides of a Dakimakura? That's not just a regular pillow. That's like she's sketching a couch.
went somewhere else. It was like, oh, well, we are traveling right now. So, like, you know, like, could you just finish those sketches? And I was like, oh,
That was good.
So it was like, I have been drawing over and over and over again.
I know, Chad, it was 2 Dakis. I was joking.
And every time.
But I would buy a Squ couch cover. That means you can, like, lay down with her every day, right?
I asked
good.
about
One
like
whole square of year. Squ lovers.
every time I asked about payments, there was always like an excuse, or if it wasn't an excuse, it was entirely ignored. And it was like way back then, right? So I didn't ask for all of the money
Yeah, her model's great.
to be always paid out, but you know, like it was like, oh, at least, you know, half of it, like you have to pay half of it and then you will get the thing. But it never happened. And so eventually I started donowalling them. Mind you, they still used
Wait,
my
that's
art.
my tweet. I just realized. I was like, wait, I'm here. I interrupted her mid-sentence out of vanity. I said, go on, Queen.
My art to promote their Kickstarter. I was not paid a single cent. I made some of like the sketches and character design, and it was like the promised Dakimakura with my sketch put onto it for something that I didn't get a single cent.
Dude,
And
that is crazy. They didn't even pay her for it, and they still had the audacity to use her art for their fucking promo to make a dime off her back.
after that, they rebranded from one company to the other, and I recognized that is the same person. And I think Yoshi was the first one who started to make the figurine with them, right? And I was like, many of you guys were asking me why I don't want to do it. And I was like, I have a bad feeling about this guy. I have tried to work with them once. I was so hardly dono. I got a really bad vibe. I have been wronged once. I was not interested doing it the second time. But, you know, obviously the figurines came out and everyone seemed like very happy with it. So
You get
obviously I'm
FOMO.
not going to say that you shouldn't be happy with it. If he did like a good job, then it's whatever, it's a good job. But I was like, I am not doing it again. I was like, no. And you can see that actually what happened once, mind you, it happened again. Because this person was probably so horrible at managing the entire project that now their entire company is going down.
Jesus fuck. We need some real businessman in the VTubing industry. So this is Nikita. He's not involved with Novel Horizon. Nikita, I believe I met him as I did virtually when I did my meet and greet at a con, and he was there kind of helping out with the meet and greet. Very nice guy. He's the one that makes these like VTuber team drinks, which is wonderful because everybody loves alcohol and we love VTubers. So it's kind of like merging my two passions together. I thought it was a great idea. Now, Nikita here is trying to help out the creators in need. He's saying that currently Oscar Delgado and I are the primary points of contact coordinating the logistics. We have also been working closely with former NH staff Phoenix, who has graciously volunteered his own time to assist us with warehouse logistic and file recovery over the next few weeks. We'll continue working through the proper channels to retrieve the remaining physical inventory from the Novel Horizon warehouse and route it to the rightful owners. Oscar and I are acting as neutral facilitators to protect creators' assets, so we ask that everyone rely solely on our direct updates. Unverified claims from third parties have caused unnecessary stress for the talent and delayed our logistical efforts. The situation is complex. We're entirely focused on solution rather than rumors. Kindly ask all professionals in the space to prioritize the well-being of the talent and handle communications responsibly during this transition. So yeah, they're the part of Oshi Bar. They're the CEO of Oshi Bar. So they're trying to help. So there are some people that are not scamming others, that are working in the VTuber industry, you know, for the love of the game. But back to Kinetic, that Bao tweet started getting traction as this was unfolding, and other VTubers came out with their own experience with Kinetic Fusion. It's not nearly as much money as 2K, let alone the bigger one, but I was never paid for a merch line I dropped with them and Agent Inc. Agent Inc. is fantastic to work with, and they paid Kinetic. Kinetic received the money, it just didn't go to Nudie. After reaching out to Andra almost a year later, she tried to blame me for never filling out a Google form for payments, which I did and linked to her since I had the messages from the Discord still. And since the receipts, she has ghosted me. It was from Grimmi's stream yesterday, talked about NH, not much new info.
Like the Novel Horizon stuff hit everyone like a truck. Like I don't think this was something that like everyone could like deal with. I think the only thing is like I knew before everyone else, and like it wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm keeping this under my hat to like keep everyone like, you know, safe with the Novel Horizons. It was just more like, we're gonna do a statement, so hold off on this. And it was like, okay, it's taking a little bit, okay. And it just kind of made me stressed out. So I don't know, I kind of just thought that would happen like really quickly, and it just kept getting put off. So is it a case of the bigwigs keeping all the money? I don't believe so. I'm more just like pissed. Like, so here's the thing. There's like a ton of rumors going around about what happened with Novel Horizons. My personal thing is that like I don't feel like they were really upset when I said that people should do chargebacks. I think they were more just like upset that like things were going poorly. I don't think it was like okay, we're gonna get this resolved and everything like that. So yeah, I'm not sure if like there was even gonna be a statement if
what does that mean?
Other people didn't start talking about it. So that's why I'm a little bit pissed. Like it was just kind of like I stuck my neck out. I was trying very hard to say like, yo, I think these guys are doing their best, and then I kind of find out was not the case, at least for like where I was at. I think that they still want to try really hard to help people in terms of getting like somewhat back on track if they had anything they can do with that. But I'm just kind of pissed. I feel like I should have been more pissed throughout. Like I feel like, I don't know, good intentions are, I think like maybe not something that I super should judge everything back on at this point. I got my Grimmi coins refunded and charged back, so I got like 600 back, but lost money in figures, unfortunately. You can still charge back those figures too, but I'm very sorry. Yeah, the coin is a little bit easier, I think, to file with fraud cases at this point, because it is like a precious metal. It doesn't look great. I would highly recommend calling the bank. Make sure that you do both options, fraud and chargeback. My rumor is that Grimmi Coin single-handedly bankrupt the company. This is not true. So, I can tell you that one for certain. It seems as though there were issues going on for quite some time. What looks like, at least in my opinion, happened. Like, this is like a Grimmi opinion. This is not something I know for certain. It seems like the figures weren't super profitable, and when one got delayed to another figure, they started using that money to like fund another project, is what I assume, while continuing to go. When it came to the Grimmi coin, some of them got sent out, but all of the bigger orders are still there, so I believe the bigger orders paid for the smaller ones, the ones that got sent out. And then there's still a sizable amount of like, just like, okay, where is it? So like, it didn't go well with that. So it did not bankrupt the company. Not enough coins were made to do something like that. There were quite a few different things where I think that like, I don't know. I feel worse. I feel like Shondo probably got like the worst end of the stick in terms of like everything, because that was like very late into the the company.
She was the last figure they announced.
It seems like, and nothing happened, so I really hope people that got that one can be refunded. That doesn't sound like a sustainable business model. That doesn't sound like one, but I believe that's what's happened based on just looking into the price of figures, how much it takes to produce them, like rising costs of like different plastics and stuff. So the thing that pissed people off was them saying to ask VTubers for refunds. I don't think did they say ask VTubers for refunds? I don't think they did that. I voluntarily chose to like do that, and I'm slowly working through the people that have asked for refunds, which sucks because like they're all huge orders, so it's all like, okay, cool. That could have been something life-changing. Okay, cool. That could have been something life-changing. Okay, cool. That could be something life-changing. And instead, setting aside, like, some savings to try to get these paid off for the next few years. So, I think everyone has followed the same path as you. That's very unfortunate that this is happening. I don't think that they should have to do that. I think that, like, even with me, I'm kind of pissed off at this point because, like, they...
Yes, get pissed off.
With what they should have known wasn't going to make money regardless. They're trying to scam people, they would have scammed. I do at this point think that it's a scam. I don't think that, like, I don't know. I kind of, like... And I do know you guys worry about me in terms of being like, Grimmi's an idiot, a soft child. I don't think it's like that. I think it's more like, I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt and hope they're always doing the right thing. Careful? I know. Like, the thing is, there's a lot of nice people at that company. There's a lot of nice people at that company. I don't think that we should be like, oh my god, this is terrible. Like, this is, every single person there should be executed. And the person that's like the CEO. I don't think that's the case. I think that they're not like...
No, but nobody thinks that though. Like, I don't understand the people that defend this. They'll go to the most extreme example. I haven't seen a single person blame the staff.
They're not like evil people that were specifically going and trying to like take everyone's money, but I do think that like having that much money just disappear is very hard. Like, just like, I don't even know how to put it, like just some of the pre-order like sizes must have been so much money that it would have been like...
Yeah, people have been speaking nice out of the warehouse. People have been trying to help. That one guy from the warehouse is like the GOAT.
An absurd amount of wealth. And to just lose it and go like, well, this is now entirely on the people that like worked with us or contracted with us. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
other VTubers confirm that there are only 2 people working there right now. That's fine. I do know one person, like, I do know one person in the warehouse that's just, like, the nicest.
The new people helping in the warehouse might explain why I got an email yesterday on my Horizon order from a year ago finally being shipped. That's crazy.
Dude ever. Like, personally, the nicest dude ever. So I don't want to, like, be like, everyone there sucks.
Yeah, it's that one guy that we looked at his Discord logs the other day, and he is really nice. That warehouse guy is really nice. He's been working for free there, trying to get everybody's orders. Isn't that insane? Would you work for free for a company just because you're a fan of VTubers? Well, I guess my mods do work for free for me. It's not a company, but it's almost the same. But, I mean, this is like a company. Like a company, you want to get paid for that. He goes by Phoenix. Oh yeah, that was his name.
One of the people there has been so unhappy with what went on and like so upset and so just completely focused on like really not like liking how this played out and like figuring things out and going like, oh man, this sucks. So that's pretty much it. He's giving everyone their spreadsheets. Well, the one that I got had a lot of information about the orders that had not been fulfilled, but it's not that helpful because I don't have access to the system. I don't know what people bought. So some of these orders have like, they have like the metal cards or the posters as well, and they have like just like it's not a great situation in terms of the information I've been given with that. But on the other hand, I think everyone is in that situation, so
I wonder if they're getting like controlled information because giving out more would maybe reveal stuff they don't want to. Oh, Nikita QRTing Roger Quiles. Please read the important legal update below. In light of these newly uncovered liens, I am immediately ceasing all physical and digital assets recovery efforts. Not an attorney cannot provide legal advice on how this impacts your specific assets. To all affected creators, I strongly advise you to secure your own legal counsel to navigate these risks safely. Wait, what is this? I haven't seen this. Roger Quiles here this morning uncovered multiple open liens against all assets of Noble Horizon. What does lien mean? Though efforts have been underway to help creators get any leftover merch from Noble Warehouse and get them any files related to their designs, be aware that continuing to receive such merch carries significant risk. Similarly, if you've already received files, using them for other merch also carries potential risks. Speak to your legal counsel about any option that you may have regarding this development. I think it is something like that. So I guess the creators don't legally own these merch. Is it debts that are being requisitioned? Other people are owed money and those items are part of a payment owed? Yeah, but how are the other people gonna liquidate those assets? Because they're kind of like, they're custom made to each creators. They're collecting their debts. So I end up with a box of my merch, figure out independently how to get it to folks that ordered it and did not receive it, and all seems fine, but that box was not really mine legally. It was part of a lien, therefore I illegally obtained it and sold illegal goods, something like that. That's why you could be liable. There's a hierarchy in bankruptcy. There might be a bankruptcy in... Does it need to be a bankruptcy? It could just be like They could just have like outstanding debts or a contract that they signed with a money loaner of some kind. For debt, you can put a lien on a house as collateral. Full Horizon had a lien put on the merch they produced. Except that's insane that it played out that way. Yeah. Assets, including merch, will be auctioned off for cents on the dollar to recover as much money for debtors as possible. They would probably try to sell them to the creators. Oh my god, dude. All of the burden of Novel Horizons fuck up is gonna end up on the VTuber fans who purchase from them and on the creators that work with them. But yeah, those are already sold. Oh no, this is a disaster. Back to Kinetic's Boo the Rat. Also says, we joined Kinetic under the promise it was going to be nothing like MSM. That was technically true, because unlike MSM, Basil and I never saw a single cent from any sponsorships or meet and greets for well over a year. So this is another VShojo situation, basically VShojo 2.0. It isn't on the level of Jowol's 40k, which is utterly reprehensible beyond comprehension. But it was still a large chunk of money that would have been life-changing for us instead of scrambling to make ends meet. When many of us reached out to ask for honesty and transparency, we were ghosted, threatened, belittled, and silenced. Broke my trust in VTubers companies forever. It should clarify, because my initial wording is a little confusing in hindsight. We were with Kinetic for about a year and a half and we never got paid a single cent for anything ever. I'm gonna add this to my notes. Another person who apparently has a law background. Would be cool if it circulated LawTube. Yeah, we could draw some attention to this. So Noble Horizon has multiple liens against them, including an all-asset lien. Do not accept anything from them digitally or physically. Do not want to be dragged into court for a gratuitous transfer or clawback by the creditors. One is Chase. They don't fuck around. Isn't that a payment provider, Chase? Oh, it's a bank? The United States banks? That is messed up. Yeah, but the customers already paid for them, though. How does that work? I don't think Chase is going to go after like the clients that received their merchandise. That seems out of the ordinary. And I'd be like, a porch pirate stole it. Sorry, I don't know. They would? Somebody says no, they would. Oh, wait, apparently also Milky and other VTubers spoke out against Noble Horizon. Well, said that they had bad vibes about Noble Horizon, so they didn't want to work with them. Fuck, did Novel get a loan from a bank to stay afloat? For sure they took loans. For example, Diamond Distribution bankruptcy has many cases of assets being held, or Shoujo merch storage. Oh, they held the Vshoujo merch too? I was looking to see if Milky, because I saw that 4chan made a list of VTubers that didn't want to work with Novel Horizon. So I was wondering if they all kind of spoke about some experiences with them. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.